Should we talk
Very
to
well.
Mizora with Will here?
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
Let's Rolo. It's quite the audience we have. Can I just do this? Since we might need to have a fight. These guys are just letting me cast spells in here. NBD. Affected entity is blessed by their own depiction in stone. Oh, cool. So commissioning the statue is a great idea then.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city.
I'll keep things peaceful, I guess.
The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, but a moment.
Yo, it's Daddy.
The blade of frontiers graces our halls.
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good.
Duke isn't even staring at his son like, oh man, I wish he didn't come along.
Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that nether stone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorms, it's become vexingly willful.
Triforce much?
The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect
You're
it'll
asking
start
me
with
to join
turning
you?
the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
I'm not really interested in bargaining.
The likes of you stand to benefit from the likes of me. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
You guys are kind of, entangled, huh? You'll have to find me first. I'm not afraid of her.
You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know
Efficient?
you survived previous encounters.
I've dispatched them.
But she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know. She's tricked you before. She's targeted me
Joke's
as
on you,
well.
I always wear the same clothes.
I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
And you want me to believe that?
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my Steel Watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together, we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings.
Kings.
Gods.
I'm a lady.
We rule as the Absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
Do I take the deal for now?
No deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
So we take the deal for now? As allies, it seems none of you can be trusted. You, Orin, Ketheric. I'll defeat Orin and we shall be allies. You have my oath. No promises. Can you trust him? DC 15. Let's get a little guidance. You can only take one guidance. Rollo. Fail. Seems like he's telling the truth.
You look carefully, but discover nothing.
Everyone's gonna be pissed at me if I do that. I'm gonna say this: you
So
can't be
Ketheric
trusted.
was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise, but you should know this: I initiated this plot. I brought Ketheric and Orin together to create the Absolute. They
But why
knew
should
this
we trust
would
you
only
then?
work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me.
I mean, the Emperor does say everyone's gonna be mad. Let's do it.
Then let it be writ by the black
Lizelle
hand
approves.
of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice.
Oh boy, you're gonna hurt.
Your camp is
The father, right?
compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in
It
the
could be one of
hell's-
these three.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
How am I supposed to find Orin? Why is the crown failing? Surely your steel watch can handle
Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. And some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. You carried the stone plucked from Merkel's chosen. Besides, I'm not ready to call you enemy. At least not yet.
How am I supposed to find her?
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
What was your plan?
First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute god.
Maybe
The
this was a
faithful
bad
do
idea.
anything in the name of their god.
Where did you find the powerful artifact?
Connections. Let's leave it at that.
I want an artifact. And so begins your tyranny.
Our tyranny. And we are saviors. Defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault.
Am I free to go?
Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Let's get it over
You will
with.
follow me, and you will show due respect.
Shut up.
Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Baldur's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Does he, though?
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council
Say nothing.
appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
So if Orin's gonna...
My friends, the Steel Watch stands.
If there's an imposter from Orin, I gotta...
Let its blade fall on any who
Every time I
would
go to
diminish
camp, I'm
our
gonna check
city.
everybody out.
And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Huh. Are we close to leveling up? Probably not. Nope. Can we talk to Daddy?
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite
Ooh.
communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, my blood and my pride, you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true
sounds like he's been
soul,
lobotomized.
No less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn.
Floric sent me.
Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't
Has
let
she
her
now?
get to you.
I think I busted her out.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed
Secret safe
her.
with you. What have they made of the city's great hero?
What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that
He's under some kind of
true
spell.
soul is the greatest of goods.
No, this isn't him.
Yeah, you're right,
This is
Will.
the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I
He's still
said,
in there somewhere.
Baldur's Gate will ascend. Torill's first and only grand city.
Ooh, here we go. DC 2, okay. Watch, I'll roll a 1. Not this time.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Raven Guard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
The true Raven Guard is still clinging on somewhere in that mine.
You're right.
It might not be too late for him.
Have we finished then?
So you're telling me there's a chance. That's Steel Watcher. What's Will gotta say?
Incredible.
Yeah.
To hear my
my
father's
daddy.
voice speak those words. Like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it.
We're all
I won't
calling
let
for
the
release.
Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
This is your pledge, okay.
Yes, and at a great cost, partial ceremorphosis. I'm not about to make such a
Hey,
sacrifice.
Will, I get it. I'm sorry.
Not now.
I'll stop
Not
pressing.
ever.
I understand.
Thank you.
Who is this? Return to Mizora. She's downstairs, right? Yep.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated.
His mind, anyways, unless that was another imposter.
Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead,
Poop.
pup. And to think, there's no way to save him.
I'm guessing she knows of a way.
Is there?
Yep.
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Will, what do you think of that?
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells,
got that
what is
riz.
she planning?
Your father's involved, which means it's worth hearing her out.
Mizora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
So we gotta go to camp.
I'm not sure I believe her.
I hope my home can be yours, if you don't go back to them.
What do we have? Sharess's Caress. We've already passed it? Sharess's Caress is back here, huh? Let's do that,
I
and
meant
then
the
we'll go
gate.
back.
But you're always welcome for tea.
We gotta go meet Voss, right? Oh, almost walked right off the edge. That would have been dastardly.
Breathe. That watcher sent him
Yes,
flying.
darling, it's very leather-like.
Did you see how far that watcher threw me? Do you not like it? It's just
Free cabbage.
Like what? I don't know. But I'll know it when I see it.
Just stick to the list.
The Absolute's army slaces. They won't care about strange list.
Brothel? Pleasure house? Den? In a brothel? We can get in.
How do we get up here?
And if a patron confuses me.
Break his.
That's not the way.
Good boy.
You deserve to cut loose.
The librarian does this thing with a whip where you're on all fours and.
Is there a door to get in?
Slow down, sweetie. Squeeze it. Take it almost painfully so. Breath. My body burns like the noonday sun.
And the
Everything's locked. How do you even get in there? Am I crazy?
We'd be better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of iniquity.
Shures's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle.
Which one's this?
I'm starting to remember that Worm's Crossing has a bit of a reputation, doesn't it? Tad mercenaries, tad sordid.
Welcome to Shures's Caress, where our libations and sensual indulgences restore even the
Sensual
weariest souls.
indulgences.
Open your mind to new sensations.
You sound like you're speaking from experience, Will. Perhaps you'll have to give me a tour, refresh my memory.
Hoots Hooligan!
Now,
What up, Hoots?
that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Shures's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon? Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new
What do you
brew
mean,
could drop
maybe?
you in the wink of a spectator's eye.
They're hookers? Rumors, jobs, I want the deets.
Oh, you're one of those types. Rude as you are sneaky.
Hey now.
My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding secrets. I'd like to keep it that way. But you poke some folk hard enough, they're bound to squeal. And Mamselle Elmira there looks about ready to burst.
What you got?
Got it. But the new hooch is off limits. Can't have the mamsel leaping down my throat if I go burning yours.
It is all hooch.
Pleasure to serve.
I didn't buy anything.
Especially for you.
don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumble.
Oh, it's Valeria. I haven't figured out who killed the clown.
Enjoyed it.
I need to get over there, is that right? No, I need to be in here. Oh, that's the flop house. We do need to go in there. So we're up here, we need to get across and in.
Not going inside him.
Pleasure house? Den of decadent delight?
The devil's dead. Oh, hello.
You're out of luck.
Oh boy.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak. What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right
I don't
here,
know.
right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
Why doesn't Voss just stick around?
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's
Might be a good deal.
unsettling.
Did you just free me?
Wouldn't that
Just
be
silence me.
exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us.
I trust the Illithid more than
it's
you.
the reason you're in this predicament. And I'm your only way out of it. Indulge me, and at least hear me out. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
And is it the Emperor, Orpheus, or Ash? It's probably Orpheus, right?
Very perceptive.
Oh,
yes. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
Oh, Lae'zel's in. Why would I want to free him?
You'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days?
I'm listening.
Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an Illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain.
All the evidence I've seen.
If I'd realized you were so gullible,
Yeah, I probably
I'd
am
have
being
tricked
duped.
you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden, one that will transport it.
That
to
Emperor
the
pulled at my
Elder
heartstrings.
Brain. An ox requires food and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps
So get
it
to
is
the
true
point.
that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
It's worth taking the risk.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of
hammer.
shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope.
But why didn't you
even
just bring it
now.
to me? Give it to me. He's gonna be like, no, you must go get it.
Such an eager little pup. Surely you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch.
I'm doing it
your
for you, so what's
parasite.
the exchange? What are you hoping to get out of all this? You are getting this. I suppose you want my soul.
You really do think highly of yourself. My sights are set on something much more valuable than your soul.
Somebody else's soul?
Succulent though it would be. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer.
He's manipulating her.
A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir.
And why do you want the crown? What is the crown?
Power. Ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it
Sounds like this
god.
crown would be good for me.
Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed
more
its
than man.
creator, and his empire
I am
fell
absolute.
with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
The idea of you ruling all 9 hells doesn't fill me with joy. I think you make a fantastic Archdevil Supreme. Sure.
You're too kind. And extremely
Just kiss his ass so
insightful.
that he plays along.
With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them.
And where is the crown? Why hasn't he retrieved
It was
it?
stolen from right under my nose all those centuries
Centuries? And it's taking you this
The
long to
Archdevil
manipulate someone?
Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor.
Impressive.
They brought the crown back into play.
Okay. I'll piss him off. It must really annoy you that some mortals managed to steal the crown.
Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is
That
inevitable.
sounds daunting.
When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's steel and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Skvar! We should do as the devil asks.
I
The
think
Prince
Lazelle's
of the Comet
right.
must rise again.
Like, we're either trusting the devil or the tentacled-faced Emperor. I agree.
Right here, you'll find everything is in order. The moment I have your signature, you will have the means to free Orpheus. The hammer. You guarantee the crown will be mine once the brain is defeated, and I swear that I will never use the crown to dominate a mortal.
We signing it. Will didn't like it.
Perfect. One more rhyme, for old time's sake.
Great. Here comes the secrets of the deal.
The master was slain within his own house. They dined on him both, the cat and the mouse. The hammer is yours. You will find yourself in Orpheus's presence before the end comes. When you do, shatter the chains that hold him. Be sure to keep the
Who
hammer
can use the
safe.
hammer?
Until
Lizelle?
then, your survival depends on it. And
So
I'll
I
keep
gotta
your
not use the
contract
hammer as a
safe
weapon?
in my house of hope. I'll be seeing you, and when I do, we dine.
The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a diabolist can offer some comfort.
Diabolist.
Or a way out.
That's a word I've never heard
For a
before.
devil's bargain is a hard one to break.
Orphic hammer. Where is it? Okay, weapon enchantment +3 on Shackling Strike. Advantage on saving throws against spells. Who wants to talk? Lizelle.
I'd sooner have imagined shattering a planet with my bare fist than taking a deal with a devil.
It was your
But
idea.
we shouldn't regret the bargain, not for one instant. Raphael can have his crown if it means breaking Prince Orpheus free.
Now we just need to get back there.
The prince
But
will
let's
be
hope he doesn't
suspicious,
rip our head off.
but he won't be reckless enough to turn on his liberators. There'd be too little
So
to
you
gain
say.
from our deaths, and too much to lose. Now, to the Cheres's Caress taproom. We must tell Voss the news.
Tell me where to go.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you.
Right away?
Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
I was worried.
Me too. It's concerning that something could come between us like that. Especially when we are so close to the Elder
something.
Brain. Do you have any idea what it was?
Performance check. 25. Ooh. YOLO. That's not good. Shall we use inspiration? I don't think you can use inspiration off a crit fail. You can. Okay. Last time, and then I'll just take the fail.
You didn't feel it. Then perhaps
oh, yeet.
Protection. But I was sure. Never mind. We must press on. I will bolster your mental defenses and make sure this doesn't happen again.
Okay, thanks. Locked, you say, huh?
Don't give me trouble now.
Underdark pleasures. Ooh. Yeah. What do you mean we can't get in bed and have a big ol' group orgy?
Something good here, I hope.
Next toys? That would be funny if it was just, you know, some carvings. Take some booze. Now, before we go to the tap room, I want to get down here. Can we even get down here? You're gonna go the long way. Don't get intercepted by Voss, please.
You two have rocks for brains. What were you thinking? You haven't even got inside.
Hey!
I'm not going inside.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
When I was a child, Father said
This is Flophouse. We had something to do here, right? It was the clown, right? Aid the Underduke, Grand Duke. We got personal quest. Kithrak Voss, free Orpheus, fulfill the deal. We get Netherstones. That's main quest. We got. Are these just completed? Yup. Suspicious toys, missing letters. Dribbles the clown. We found his torso. Severed hand. Wasn't there something we had to do at Flago's Flophouse? Frago's Flophouse?
And all round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
Damn priests.
There was something here.
Runaway is still missing after all. Nothing happens until he's found.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else.
Huh.
Greetings, so
Somebody
forth,
owns you,
so
huh?
on.
Who did you think I was?
The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you.
Generous, huh?
And in the gutter, then that den of iniquity.
Not long before we leave scouring places like...
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mated temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again.
And what's your trade?
Let me show you.
I'm gonna stop spending money. We have quite a bit of healing potions. 200 apiece.
Pleasure doing business.
I don't have enough. What? I have enough for the 5, but
Happy to see a trader.
Long enough. We should return for the ceremony.
We have time. The runaway is still
Bloomin' hell, you look
the
famished.
chef.
I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up. Have a skeg at these.
A skeg, you say?
That
I'm
should
good
do
on
ya.
that.
Just think. Soon we'll feel the sun on our skin.
I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to be looking for clues, right? I ain't seeing much. I maybe have to
How about the flop house? It has plenty of
go upstairs.
Hey, we can bunk with 10 other people, and none of them.
I have to know what the key was for.
This behind. Part of me will miss it.
I will not. It is our chance to.
One more mark, then we can go.
A stealth check should be easy, right? I am the bossest rogue in all the lands.
The master said we have enough. The Black Mass is ready to begin.
She looked right at me.
It's not for the master. It's for me. I want a beating heart there, ready for me when the mass is complete, and we're finally granted our freedom. After 200 years of rats, I think we deserve a real drink.
There is no time. We are expected back at the palace.
These are vampires.
Relax. The Black Mass won't start until Master drags Astarion from whatever hole he's hiding in. We have time to find one more person. I didn't
Anyone dumb
realize
enough
we
to
had
get lured by
company.
you?
Please pay my brother no mind. His imagination and his mouth get the better of him sometimes. But it does not matter. We were just leaving anyway. Weren't we, Petras?
You think you are leaving?
Yes, of course, dear sister. I just need a moment, and then we can leave. The master plans to expand his territory. Take Candlekeep.
We can bunk
Maybe
with 10
even
other
up.
people, and pay none of them.
I'm sure he has plans. But I...
Now, what do you reckon, lass? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs?
Nah.
Aye, I'll second that. It's all right where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
The ceremony.
We have time. The runaway is still missing our
What's upstairs?
Librarian does this thing with her weird I can't hear you. Seems so rude.
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry.
Yeah, I'll take some money.
Everyone in Sharess's caress is a professional.
That shapeshifter's key unlocked the door. Interesting.
Hear me out.
These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
Staying.
These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
What's in the pouch?
Blood near the bed.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden
chain.
floor.
Charbazard. Yeah, this is my first playthrough.
You notice the blood's source.
I'm really bad at this
Body
game.
hidden under the bed.
A body, huh? Who could it be? Fionn Goldgrind.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
So that solves the mystery then. 2 hands. Now 2 hands, 2 of them. More needed. Not enough. Must cover myself in glory, only to be covered in blood. More.
You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind.
So...
A list of names. Father Lorgan's on here, crossed off.
Where did it go? Messy spatters of deep red brown adorn this scrap of parchment. Those wishing to face the Dreadlord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as a murder by the cult of the Absolute. Bring the victim's hand as proof of the killing. Walk in blood, aspirant. Duke Boleyn Stelmane, killed. Uh-oh. Father Lorgan, killed. Dribbles the Clown, killed. Alexander Rainforest, killed. Frank Petrie, killed. Highbury, oh. Lucky you, you got saved. Fiargo Penigod, Chief Rover, or Chef Rover, Rovere. Nesha Lisha, Very Vanthumper, and Friedrich Kuhn. Y'all are gonna be spared. Kinda seems like
carefully now.
We've gotten to the bottom of it.
Pleasure house.
I don't need to be creeping.
Nothing happens until he's found.
Time to press ahead.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
You are safe, my love. I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you. You're exhausted.
I think it's a shame.
Was the finest strudel I've made, and they just ate it off each other's asses.
They're both just chilling here. Both missions. Valeria?
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria!
Valeria!
Hang on a tick.
You didn't solve anything.
Recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
The punch-drunk pachyderm. I found some new evidence. I'm gonna be sassy.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
Father Lorgan's murder is just part of a bigger plot. Found the murder weapon.
That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed?
Baal's favor.
Really? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear.
I've got the evidence.
But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
I have proof this document contains information connecting the murders.
No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be
evidence.
a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city.
Dude kind of seems like he's up to no good.
What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy.
He'd
to
rather
solve.
grant me
Move.
access than tell her that he was wrong. Almost like he's setting me up.
Voss, friend to the comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
I took the bargain.
The hammer? How can it be that you came to
Oh, I
possess
shouldn't have said that.
it? Was it Raphael?
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will
Now the
liberate us
Emperor
from the
knows my
Lich
plan.
Queen's tyranny.
Oops.
Can it be? Will
I
the
forgot he
mighty
was
Prince
listening.
Orpheus soon illuminate the astral plane?
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
And you will wield the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will
Baller.
carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral
But
prison.
now that the Emperor is
Once
listening,
inside,
we'll never get in,
smash
right?
Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. Let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry.
Ignore him.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought.
Yeah, I'm just kind of having two conversations at once. Orpheus sensed a tadpole before and his guard attacked. Won't he attack
The
if you
Prince
free
of the
him?
Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth
I
and
just gotta make
slander
sure
your
Lae'zel
name,
does it.
but he will see reason. I promise you.
It's gonna be complicated.
Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
Okay. We showed Voss the Orphic Hammer and he gave us a powerful silver sword, the highest grade weapon in the Githyanki custom. He left to prepare the revolution that will follow Orpheus's deliverance. Silver Sword of the Astral Plane. Githborn psionic weapon. When wielded by a Githyanki, this weapon deals an additional 1 to 6 psychic damage. A Githyanki holding this weapon has advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, resistance to psychic damage, and cannot be charmed. Weapon enchantment +3. Well, we all know how that's gonna go down. Come on now. Yeah. Okay. Lae'zel's got a new sword and she wants to chat about it.
Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
Glad I could help. I'm probably not going to win this check. I'm not going to use inspiration on it either.
Lae'zel gave a thorough description. You can't think of more you would add.
Would this sword be enough to break Orpheus free?
Certainly not, or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison.
Fair enough.
To break Orpheus free, we will need the Orphic Hammer.
I've got one of those. What makes the silver sword so special?
A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare. The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind, a formidable weapon against Geich.
I failed a history check, but yeah, on to other matters.
Very well.
That's it. Nothing new to talk about. So we will quick save that. And we will continue after these messages.